Hello everyone, this is Jane again, back for another little art teaching. This one's all about art freeze. So what is art freeze exactly? Well, it's a word I made up for when a person's natural ability to be creative is stunted or frozen. And I believe that we were all born creators. Millions, if not billions of people are actually wandering around on planet Earth knowing deep down inside that they are an artist and they long to express themselves through art. So, how did this happen? Well, I have a few ideas. I think, collectively we were told that artists will starve at best, and most people, all they can really do is a stick figure, even if that, they say they can't even draw. So this is what I call mass programming against creativity. Because, uniformity is so much easier to control, right? Everyone has their story of when they stopped painting and why. And sadly, most people started out believing that they were indeed an artist, and somehow along the way through life, they just lost it. So this art freeze can actually be thawed out with a little art warmth. So quite simply, one can relearn the basics and springboard themselves into the artists they really are. It's very simple. Because once one learns the basics, one can intentionally deviate from the rules and express their unique style of art. It's kind of like the fingerprint of the soul, and I call it painting from the soul. Or it can just be creating from the soul. It doesn't just have to be painting. So I've taught kids in South Africa, in Bali, Indonesia, and Minneapolis, Minnesota, how to do art, and now I'm expanding my scope to take on art freeze in kids and adults. Some people may just want to create a book of poetry that needs art. Some may wish to illustrate their palm readings or a children's book. I never know who's going to be next. But in this light, I have set up a way to reach the art frozen and devise personalized art direction after I establish their intent or dream of what they would like to create artistically. So I do have information on that website, which is janeevershedart.com. And I'll leave information at the end. Another reason I coined this term art freeze after hearing about people who at one time in their lives felt wonderful about creating art, and then something happened and they never returned to their creative selves. So if you are one of those people, you know what I'm talking about. For some, the reason was practical, like you can't make a living out of art, which is about the most common reason. And art freeze can set in when the artist's process is openly ridiculed in front of a class, or an artist deeply engrossed in their masterpiece will return to see an art teacher's scrawl across their work, commonly known as a correction or minor surgery, that it has been called by an art teacher. And then last of all, somebody received an F for getting a color too light while copying another piece of art. And that was the last straw for her. And in the first place, you never need to copy art. You should always be creating your own art that is from a three-dimensional source. You're looking at a two-dimensional thing that someone else has created, and there really is no benefit to copying it. So I'm just here to tell you that art freeze is fixable, in fact, easily fixable. You can go back and pick up those artist tools and start fresh and confidently. You can return to that damaged creative child and repair her or him. And I can show you how. I've honed my teaching skills over my lifetime of painting for 40 years, and it's simple and healing. So if you have any Art Freeze stories, please share them down below, and check me out and see if you could use my services. You get a personal consultation to see what your needs are, and then I go through the art basics to see where you would get the best results for the project that you want to do. So it's all personalized. So thanks a lot for listening, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye. Oh, wait, let me leave you with this one testimonial from my friend Billy. She said, "I have a vivid imagination of what I would like to see on a canvas in front of me, but every time I've set it up, the whiteboard drains the image completely out of my mind. Self-hypnotism and meditation assures me that my parents insisted art was a waste of time, and the parental adult criticism lingers on to this day. I'm to the point that I would like to get past that now. It was never important until I saw your soulful energy in your paintings. When you have your presentation, may I take it as if I am a child? That little girl who became embarrassed about her insignificant drawings is still wiping the tears from her eyes at the criticism, and I'm in my 70s. We need to tend to that distress when we realize the child within is still hurting." So thanks, Billy, and that was a very healing thing that happened to her, and she's now doing illustrations with her palm readings that she does. So thanks again for listening, and I'll see you next Sunday.